From the Pep Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are covering at this hour. New policies from tech giant Meta are enabling bigots to claim that LGBTQ plus people have a mental illness. Concurrently, the company announced on Friday that it is ending its diversity, equity, and inclusion commitments, or DEI, sparking backlash from queer employees. The first set of policy changes came on Tuesday after CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced that the company would be removing content moderators and fact checkers and loosening restrictions on their hate speech policies. Meta's new guidelines state we do allow allegations of mental illness or abnormality when based on gender or sexual orientation, given political and religious discourse about transgenderism and homosexuality, and common non-serious usage of words like weird. The guidelines also provide a list of frequently asked questions for these policies. One asks, do insults about mental illness and abnormality violate when targeting people on the basis of gender or sexual orientation? Meta now sides against queer rights, pointing to statements like trans people aren't real, trans people are mentally ill, gays are not normal, trans people are freaks, and women are crazy, as being allowed as per platformer. Other authorized statements include there's no such thing as trans children. God created two genders. Transgender people are not a real thing, and a trans woman isn't a woman. It's a pathetic, confused man. It is precisely for these reasons that the Pennsylvania Equality Project is taking the extraordinary step of moving almost all of its social media content from Facebook, Instagram, and Threads over to Blue Sky. We strongly encourage that you do the same. Now, this news from Oregon. Democrat Dr. Elizabeth Steiner officially became Oregon's first woman and LGBTQ plus treasurer when she was sworn in on January 6th. She's also the first Jewish treasurer in the state in 150 years. Steiner earned thunderous applause and a standing ovation while being sworn in by the state's out lesbian governor, Tina Kotek. One of the first lesbian governors in the country, along with Massachusetts Governor Maura Haley, Steiner then raised her arms in victory and joyfully embraced Kotek. Steiner also reaffirmed that her commitment to doubling down the percentage of kids in the state with college savings plans, as well as ensuring the vast majority of Oregonians are saving for retirement, and the establishment of child savings accounts so that every child born in Oregon has a savings account available to them when they turn 18, according to the Oregon Capitol Chronicle. The exact opposite atmosphere abounds in West Virginia. West Virginia Governor Jim Justice signed a number of socially conservative laws during his 2 terms in office, but he rarely pushed for them. The Democrat turned Republican, now heading to the U.S. Senate to take over the seat of former independent U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, instead promoted tax cuts and economic development, approving policies such as the state's 2022 abortion ban with little public fanfare. West Virginia has been a conservative stronghold for over a decade, but it could see a shift even further to the right on social policies as one GOP governor replaces another. Patrick Morrisey, who will be sworn in as Justice's successor on Monday, stands in stark contrast. As state attorney general since 2013, when he became the first Republican to serve in the role in 80 years, Morrisey has emphasized his dogged defense of not only abortion restrictions, but also laws creating a school voucher-esque savings account program and prohibiting transgender athletes from participating in all sports. Morrisey will likely take a more hands-on approach with the state legislature than Justice, who is sometimes accused of being an absentee governor because of his lack of presence at the state capitol. During a press conference earlier this month, Morrisey said he planned to eliminate all vestiges of DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, out of state government immediately, and continue to push to stomp out woke. For more information about these or any of the stories we covered, check out the PEP radio page on the Pennsylvania Equality Project website, paequality.com. Be sure to download the Live 365 app to take PEP radio with you wherever you are. That's the news at this hour. Now back to more music on PEP Radio.